Hi everyone, welcome back to another teaching at sinnerforgiven.com. Today my teaching is titled, Nothing is Too Difficult for God. And I'll be reading out of Genesis chapter 18, and this is where the Lord appears to Abraham and says, your wife is going to bear a son. And she was roughly 89 to 90 at that point in her life. In chapter 18 in the book of Genesis, it reads, Now the Lord appeared to Abraham by the oaks of Mamre, where he was sitting at the tent door in the heat of the day. When he lifted up his eyes and looked, behold, 3 men were standing opposite him. And when he saw them, he ran to the tent door to meet them and bowed himself to the earth and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in your sight, please do not pass your servant by. Please let a little water be brought and wash your feet and rest yourselves under the tree, and I will bring a piece of bread that you may refresh yourselves. After that you may go on, since you have visited your servant. And they said, So do as you have said. So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah and said, Quickly prepare 3 measures of fine flour, knead it, and make bread cakes. Abraham also ran to the herd and took a tender and choice calf and gave it to the servant, and he hurried to prepare it. He took curds and milk and the calf which he had prepared and placed it before them, and he was standing by them under the tree as they ate. Then they said to him, Where is Sarah your wife? And he said, There in the tent. He said, I will surely return to you at this time next year, and behold, Sarah your wife will have a son. And Sarah was listening at the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in age. Sarah was past childbearing. Sarah laughed to herself, saying, After I have become old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said to Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I indeed bear a child when I am so old? Is anything too difficult for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you at this time next year, and Sarah will have a son. Sarah denied it, however, saying, I did not laugh, for she was afraid. And the Lord said, No, but you did laugh. So, how I wanted to convey to everyone, if you are hoping on a promise from the Lord, always remember, even Jeremiah 32:27, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Nothing is too difficult for me. And so even when Sarah is 89 to 90 years old, Abraham 99 to 100 years old, the Lord did a miracle. Nothing is too difficult for him. And Abraham and Sarah were able to conceive a baby a year later, Isaac. It amazes me that even Sarah laughed, basically. The Lord makes the prophetic word to her, stating you're going to get pregnant. Then she laughs, and then she denies laughing to the Lord. That would be... I would not want to be in the shoes of Sarah there, but the Lord conceived Isaac and opened her womb. The story continues in Genesis chapter 21 in verses 1 through 8. The Lord took note of Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he had promised. So Sarah conceived and bore a son to Abraham in his old age at the appointed time of which God had spoken to him. Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. Then Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Now Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh with me. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. So that's what the Lord wanted me to share with everyone today. If you are waiting on a Lord's promise, nothing is impossible for him. Nothing is too difficult for him to do to you. It's not like when the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, your wife will bear a child for you. It's not like it happened right away. It did take a year. So sometimes we have to wait on the Lord and be patient for his promises to come through for us. So I hope that word encourages you today. Be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon.